appears that somebody has been put out of business. Stat.
I do like a good hat, don't you? Today, this episode is dedicated to one certain Ada DeGrada. She knows who she is. She sat beside me in prepay for years. We had wonderful, wonderful times. I tormented her with pictures of Kylie Minogue, and we tormented each other with Mr. Chernobyl. He was this smoked pork, beef, chicken, sausage thing in a packet. And we swapped it back and forth between our desks for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. We never opened it. And it never turned green. And I actually, when I left the position, I held on to it for a few more years. And that was always our joke, Mr. Chernobyl, because he just would not die. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, one of the good things that Ada the Great gave me was a story. So now we have story time. And this story is called I Like Monkeys. I like monkeys. The pet store was selling them for 5 cents a piece. I thought this was unusual, since they were normally a few $1,000s. I decided not to look a gift horse in the mouth, so I bought 200 of them. I like monkeys. I took my 200 monkeys home. I have a big car. I let one of them drive. His name was Sigmund. He was mentally challenged. In fact, none of them were very bright. They kept punching themselves in the genitals. I laughed. They punched me in the genitals. I stopped laughing. I herded them into my room. They didn't adapt too well to the new environment. They would screech and hurl themselves off the couch at high speeds and slam into the wall. Although humorous at first, the spectacle lost its novelty halfway into its 3rd hour. 2 hours later, I found out why all the monkeys were so inexpensive. They all died. No apparent reason. They all just dropped dead. Kind of like when you buy a goldfish and 5 hours later it dies. Mother pissin' cheap monkeys. I didn't know what to do. There were 200 dead monkeys lying all over my room, on the bed, in the dresser, hanging from my bookcase. It looked like I had 200 throw rugs. I tried to flush one down the toilet. It didn't work. It got stuck. Then I had one dead wet monkey and 199 dead dry monkeys. I tried to pretend they were just stuffed animals. That worked for a while. That is, until they began to decompose. It started to smell pretty bad. I had to pee, but there was a dead monkey in my toilet, and I didn't want to call a plumber. I was embarrassed. I tried to slow down their decomposition by freezing them. Unfortunately, there was only room enough for 2 at a time, so I had to change them out every 30 seconds. I also had to eat all the food so it wouldn't go bad. I tried to burn them, but I didn't know that my bed was flammable. I had to extinguish the flames. Then, I had one dead wet monkey in my toilet, 2 dead frozen monkeys in my freezer, and 197 dead charred monkeys in a pile on my bed. The odor was not improving. I became agitated at my inability to dispose of the dead monkeys, and I really had to use the bathroom. So I went and severely beat one of the monkeys. I felt better. I tried throwing them away, but the garbage man said the city was not allowed to dispose of charred primates. I told him I had a wet one. He couldn't take it either. I didn't bother to ask about the frozen ones. I finally arrived at a solution. I gave them out as Christmas presents. My friends pretended to like them, but I could tell they were lying. Ingrates. So I punched them in the genitals. I like monkeys.